Hello Aquarius, this is your extended reading. I am so excited because I feel like this extended here for you is it's almost like the experimentation of this new power that you hold of being capable of observing everything around you, even though you only can see straight forward with your eyes open. It's almost like now you have this multidimensional, very psychic ability, I want to say, that is capable of becoming aware and sensing everything, even in the most dense capacity that is coming around you, right? It's like you are now this, you are the lighthouse, right? You are the lighthouse. But okay, so that is one thing, right? It's like the way that you find and you experiment with this newfound gift, perhaps, or this newfound ability of yours, or it's more than just an ability. I want to rephrase this. It's more like maybe the truth of who you are. Maybe that's what we're talking about. And I feel like there's somebody that is approaching you, that is coming closer and closer and closer while you are studying something, while you are, very diligently and very focused, working on, this digging or trying to find more of your history. It's like you are full work on mode, right? It's like you're working on this thing, on finding this thing. And the more you open up to that, that you're opening up also like to maybe this seventh sense that we're talking about, right? Seven of Pentacles. So the seventh sense that is able to see everything around you, even though you're, with your eyes open, focused in what is in front of you. So there's somebody that is coming behind you. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's interesting because I was talking about in the first part how the Ten of Pentacles is, double the energy of the Five of Pentacles. But to me, this Eight of Pentacles is also that. The difference between the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is because, there is clear distinction. There is this clear difference between two individuals, whereas with the Eight of Pentacles, it's more enmeshed, it's more difficult to really, detangle or to differentiate. So, but this is actually coming through with a little bit of a complex energy, because I feel like Aquarius, because you're so focused in discovering whatever it is that you're discovering, and I feel like even though you are collecting information from your family, I feel like this is a solo project, right? This is you digging up things on your own, right? You're not asking for help. Maybe you're asking for others to give to you what they have, but it's not that they're working on this with you, right? I feel like maybe this is a very, very private thing that you're doing. Not many people know about what you're truly doing with it. However, I feel like there is one, and maybe they are part of your family. Maybe they're also interested, or it doesn't have to be, right? It's just maybe because it makes sense, right? Because you're digging up so many things family related. Maybe there are other family members that could be interested in knowing what you're finding, but it doesn't need to be, Aquarius. It fits however it fits for you. But yes, there is somebody there sneaking behind you, and I feel like you are extremely suspicious because remember, you are becoming more and more aware of, things that are around you, not necessarily knowing what is coming just from being in front of you. It's almost like you're discovering and you're honing this seventh sense that allows you to sense what is coming from behind you, right? And this is what it's like. This is the first, maybe this is the first sign that this is actually occurring for you. Maybe this is the first moment that you find proof, or that you have yeah, you have proof. I feel like that's the best word. It's like you have actual physical proof that you have really awakened this ability of yours. So this multidimensional perspective, right? And sensing others. It's almost like you're this radar, right? That is always in tune, always connected. So there is somebody sneaking up, because this is the Five of Pentacles, but then there's another one like really, really close. Like they're looking over your shoulder, and because they're coming with the Seven of Swords, which is really, really interesting. Remember, right at the end of the first part, we went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Swords, meaning it's not only that you're becoming aware of yourself, but then developing it's almost like tentacles, right? But it's like tentacles in awareness, right? It's like this 360 awareness of your physical space, of your body. And because of that, your own body, your own beingness is becoming lighter, right? So this person, whoever they are, I feel like even though you are suspicious of them because maybe you didn't invite them, or you are feeling disrespected because you're doing your thing, you didn't want anyone to bother you, whatever it is, I feel like they want to help you. And they are coming because they have already developed everything that you're going through, everything that we saw in the first part. They went through the same thing. Maybe that's the reason why I'm saying maybe they are somebody from your family that's done everything that you're doing right now, but you never knew they did this. So now that they're seeing you doing the same thing, it's interesting to them, because now maybe for the first time, right? Maybe this was their secret. And now because you're doing the same thing and you're not aware that they've done this, and I got goosebumps, it's like they are finally being extremely open and sharing their experience. And it's not just their experience, it's more like they're interested in what you're doing, and they want to collaborate, right? With the Three of Pentacles. So not only it's almost like, if the natural evolution of things, like what you're doing, right? You're going from the Five of Pentacles, evolving to the Seven of Pentacles, and then to the Five of Swords. It's like naturally the next step would be the Seven of Swords. And this is their energy. It's almost like they had already gone through all of these stages of development and evolution that you're going through, that you're finding. And because oh my god, this is so amazing. This is like really, really it's like psychic development, or like a deeper, it's more than just the awakening, and it's more than just the understanding. It's more like the exploration of who you are in terms of not only your physical body, but in other dimensions, in other capacities. And because they have already reached that point, it's like, and they see that you're going through the same trail, it's like they want to be there, they want to contribute, they want to add, they want to it's like they want to share with you what they've seen, what they've learned, what they have become, right? It's like who they are now is like it's almost like their capacity to feel multidimensionally and to sense, in all directions. That's the reason why they came to you in the first place. That's the reason why they perceived that you were working on something that was of interest to them. So that's why they approached you, but very softly, I want to say, even though to you it may have been like intrusive or disrespectful, but just in the beginning, because straight away it's like you know that they're going to bring something that is, well, remember with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're working away with everything that you have, right? With all of the attention that you have, all of the focus, all of the tools, all of the pieces that you've put together. It's like you're exploring that, right? But as soon as they come in the picture, with the Seven of Swords energy, which is like this It's almost like they are, you know, if you have ascendant, I'm going to say something, but, you know, take it however it resonates with you. If you, in this process that we saw in the first part, have made your way to ascend to the 5D, is like they have done the same thing, but they kept on going and they reached 7D, right? This is just an example, just maybe a metaphor, maybe not, you know. So they've reached this incredible, it's like so ethereal and so subtle and so pure, right? That it's like, it's incredible that what they want to give you is here, right? It's almost like they have to descend. They have to, you know, come back to earth in order to help you. But the way that they are, it's almost like they have reached that space. And maybe we're talking not even about somebody, you know, who's alive. Maybe we're talking about who's passed to the other side and is, you know, working from the other side. But the way that they help you, it's like they have to come down, maybe through something that you're finding, right? Maybe this is not somebody that is approaching you behind. Maybe this is somebody that is like you're seeing from an old picture and you're sensing their presence. This is so incredible. Ooh, okay. So the way that they do so, they have to come to the 3D, right? They have to, it's almost like they have to give you something. They have to present themselves as a person, maybe through an object if they're not incarnated anymore. It's like there has to be the grounding of something that is from this third dimension. And the reason for that is because this has, it's almost like this, what is the name of the hook, you know, the fishing hook. It's like they have to come down. It's like and swoop you, and it's like they are touching the ground, but then they are quickly elevating again, right? And this is bringing you to this level of theirs, right? It's like if you've reached on your own this 5D with the 5 of Swords, and they are coming down from the 7D, but touching the ground, you know, anchoring down, grounding themselves, but then elevating both of you, right? It's like with the Ace of Swords, there, it's almost like there is something that is, it's almost like maybe we're talking about soul family, right? Maybe we're talking about this family tree, you know, in other dimensions, in, you know, more of the ethers. And this is what is coming as like this incredible truth, incredible piece of truth that it's almost like transcending reality, transcending the 3D, right? It's like coming to unity, coming to this, but this comes through their help, right? It's like you are doing as much as you can do on your own, Aquarius, but what they're bringing it, because it's like, I feel like maybe, okay, so this is another piece of the puzzle that is just coming out. Maybe while they were doing the same thing that you're doing right now, maybe they also had help, you know, from somebody, from spirit, from their guides, from an ancestor that did the same thing that they're doing now for you. And I want to say that that is the only reason that they are showing up, that they are sneaking up on you. And because you wouldn't get to this point of the 7 of Swords, of the 7D, if it wasn't for them. It's like, because maybe they have touched this piece of truth that you cannot touch through old archives. It's like you cannot, it's not going to be accessible from this earthly bound dimension, right? It's like you can only access this Ace of Swords, this one truth, once you've maybe gone to the other side, once you've, you know, evolved to the point that you're no longer attached to the earth. But it's like this hook, right? It's like they touch the ground, but then they lift off, but with you, right? And that is what is causing you to elevate to this point of the 7D. And what is incredible is that afterwards we have the 8 of Wands. So not only, you know, we have another 8, which is talking about this juncture or this joining of the two, right? And we're talking about this collaboration with the 3 of Pentacles. So they are coming to add something that you would not have access to if it weren't for them. It's like you need them in a sense, or you need what they're giving to you in order to put this, it's more than just put this puzzle together. It's like to access this, right? And what they're doing, it's like, it's almost like they are merging with you, or they are merging with your consciousness, or they are merging with your ability to, it's almost like, you know, if you are able to see in every direction physically, they are able to see in every dimension in terms of, in every time, right? Time, space. It's like, so far you have only developed your ability to sense in this 3D realm, right? And there is a natural evolution. That's why you have evolved to this 5D consciousness, you know, becoming lighter. But the way that it goes, it's like, in order to perceive, it's almost like if you can see, you know, a horizontal radius, right? Just like a lighthouse. It's like they are this spheric being that can perceive, you know, 360, but in every sort of direction, right? It's not conditioned by earth. It's not conditioned by a body. It's like a free consciousness. But it's like, in order for you to receive this upgrade, or in order for you to be able to reach to that level that they're in, it's like they have to show you. It's like they have to be the ones who take you there, right? They have to be the ones who scoop you and it's show you. It's like seeing through the same perspective, seeing through the same eyes, right? It's no longer like feeling this intrusive energy or this attachment, right? This uninvited presence. It's more like colleagues, or, you know, just a welcome presence that is working with you, not against you, but in a way that, remember, it's interesting because the 8 of Wands is in the same position as the Knight of Wands in the first part. You know, the only Wands cards in your reading today, Aquarius, and the Knight of Wands is you setting yourself free in a sense, right? Or ascending and being curious and being luminous and, you know, sensing like your soul is being ignited. But this is you. This is your individual ascension. Your it's like your conscious development, right? This is individual. With the 8 of Wands, it's like you and another. It's like they're taking you to this ascension with them. It's like they are, they're bringing you to their level, right? And in a way that it feels timeless, right? It feels not bound by time, right? That's why I'm saying it could be, you know, somebody that is related to you in terms of a soul family, right? If we are talking about, you know, digging family stuff and talking about, you know, discovering things from your family tree, this is going down a path that is like, the way that things progress is more like going towards a more expanded family, right? One that is very, it's the connections, the bonds are not necessarily blood related or, you know, physically related. Is more like the energetic ties, the energetic connections, right? Just like soul family. Okay, so we're ending your reading with the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So first of all, this 4 of Swords is almost like my reaction, like the one that I just did. Like, you know, take a deep breath, because I feel like after so many revelations or so many new informations and new abilities and being upgraded in a very quick pace, or maybe in an unexpected pace that you weren't planning to, or you weren't expecting that you would find help to speed up your process, right? So there might be the need, Aquarius, for you to take a break, right? To just settle, and instead of, you know, continuing on with the digging or the researching or the experimenting with your newfound abilities, it's like, take a moment for yourself to just take a deep breath and, you know, rest and relax a little bit. But okay, so this is, you know, almost like this surface type of meaning of the Four of Swords. The other meaning after there is, it's almost like there is this merging, right? There is this connection, there is this bonding, there is this, you know, luminosity. It's almost like some sort of soul family connection is being ignited. Maybe you are becoming aware of this connection for the first time, and this is like it's almost like it's becoming even stronger, it's becoming even more evident to you. And this is what this is talking about. It's like parallel, it's almost like, you know, if this is not a real person in your life, right? If this is, you know, spirit or some, like some kind of an ancestor that is no longer alive, it's like they are, you know, it's like they are traveling, you know, in a parallel life. It's in a parallel timeline. It's like if you are here in this 3D time and space, it's like they are just beside you, you know, in a parallel life, but in another dimension, or, you know, in the 7D while you're still here, but you are completely connected because it's like you are going in the same direction, right? You are exploring the same things, you are evolving in terms of, you know, soul evolution, I want to say, or spiritual evolution. And ending here with the 10 of Cups is beautiful because it ties back in with the 10 of Pentacles. So I want to say that maybe, okay, so maybe this is very specific, but what I'm receiving is maybe the way that you begin this, right, by finding things from your family, or, you know, finding stories or discovering new parts of your parents' history, your grandparents' history that you didn't know before this. And that starts off with this very, it's like very earthed. It's like the reference didn't have any intention, or the initial intention, right? The reason why you started this didn't have anything to do with spirituality or anything like that, right? It started out in a very practical, it's almost like, you know, maybe you're sorting some inheritance or something like that, right? It's like it starts off with something that is extremely practical and that you are just interested in resolving that issue. But then quickly everything that, you know, unfolds, you know, coming from the first part and now here and ending with the 10 of Cups, it's like whatever it is that you're going through in this process, right, of, you know, digging up so much and unearthing so much and finding things in a very, very deeper way, but not just about others or who came before you. It's like finding a deeper truth about yourself, about who you are, about who you came from, or where you came from, right? Or, you know, your true story and your true ability or your true potential and what you are capable of evolving into, right? And how there are others, I want to say, not only family members, right, that are still here or that are a part of your biological family tree, right? It's like there is maybe just one, but maybe more, right? But it's like this one is very, very prominent here. It's like they are your soul family, right? And this is what is most, it's like the most gorgeous thing. It's like because something that started as, you know, not being led by your desire to explore spirituality. It turns out to be extremely emotional, but in a way that it's like just brings everything that you are to the next level, right? And it's like discovering a new family essentially, right? And this is so beautiful. It's like really, really just knowing that you have people that love you very much, whether they are incarnated or not, right? And that they want to help you. So after all of that, but you know, as a reminder, you know, if this is too much, after this reading, just remember of this Four of Swords and just take a break for yourself so that you can digest everything. So now, as a final guidance, Aquarius, let's see what the astrological runes have to add. If there is anything that, you know, can be added. Okay, so the moon is coming with a very clear, simple, and specific message, and it's talking about your mother's side of the family. So if there are things that you don't know about your mother's family side, or you know, your grandmother's, it doesn't need to be, you know, from your mother's side, but the women in your family, right? Essentially, it's like dig up, because there are things that are still a mystery, or that are still a secret, or they are still unknown in terms of knowing the full story. So trust that there are things that your newfound senses, or your new ability to perceive, you know, in this 360 perspective, it's going to feel like shining a light in something that was in the dark, right? That was buried very, very deep into the earth, and maybe to protect somebody, maybe to protect a situation, but you know, maybe this is the guidance if you are, you know, just receiving the nudge, you know, maybe that this is what you have to do. It's like, start by looking at your mother's side of the family, or your grandmothers, or you know, women that are remarkable in your family. So, and listen to your intuition especially. So Aquarius, I just enjoy so much your readings every time. So thank you so much for giving me that opportunity. And I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.